Hey guys, welcome back to Salem, Cellar. So I finally got to see Morbius. I felt like I was waiting literally for years to see this movie. So I've been hearing a lot of controversy, a lot of opinions, and today I'm going to give you mine. So make sure you are following me on social media, like, share, and subscribe, and I will be right back. So Morbius was released April 1st, 2022, and no, it wasn't an April Fool's joke. I've been hearing that a lot. It was directed by Daniel Espinosa. He actually directed Life, which is rumored to be the prequel to the Venom movies. It is starring Jared Leto, Matt Smith. So this movie is about a biochemist who is Jared Leto, who has a rare blood disease he's trying to cure with bats. So they start off, he's flown into this area, you see lots of caves, and he looks very sick, pale, his cheeks are in, he's having issues walking. You see like a kind of like a cage set up, and you could tell that the men that took him to this area want to get the hell out of there. It's getting dark and they don't want to be in this area. So when you look into the cave, you see that the cave is filled with vampire bats. So obviously this is the reason why they want to get out of this. They want to get out of there as soon as possible. So Jared Leto slices his hand, puts it up to the cage, and you see the vampire bats flocking to him. It's pretty horrifying if you're the other men. So I understand why they wanted to get out there. I wouldn't have even been in this area to begin with. So that's how the movie starts. So right away, my interest is piqued. I'm like, okay, this looks pretty cool. I want to know where they're going with this. Then they do a flashback from, I think, like 20 years in the past. I could be wrong about the timeline, but it's a fat flashback. You see Jared Leto, and he is in an orphanage. He's very, very sick. You're introduced to another character who is this little boy, Lucian, who they call Milo. And he's also very sick. You could tell that they bond, start a friendship, and then Jared Leto's character is taken away to go to a school for children who are gifted or highly intelligent. So then, Milo's left there. Milo, aka Lucian, is left there to fend for himself. You can tell he's being bullied. The kids aren't being too nice to him. So Milo, Lucian, is actually the younger version of Matt Smith. I just wanted to throw that out there. So then it brings it to present day. So I don't want to give too much of this movie away. I know a lot of people still haven't seen it. I just want to give you my thoughts, my opinion on it. Now, I didn't hate the film. It wasn't terrible, but also, I went in with very low expectations, just hearing a lot of criticism and negativity from it. It was rated very low. So I went into it with low expectations. It is a vampire movie. The effects are pretty cool. I just didn't feel like there was much of a plot. I really felt like I was watching maybe a half of a movie. Like I needed more story before, more story in between. Like I needed something. I don't know. It just felt really rushed to me. Like a rushed movie for other movies, which makes sense because it's part of the Sony Marvel universe. So I understand they want to throw this movie in with other Sony Marvel movies. I get it. But it just really felt like a filler to me. I was so excited to see this movie. I was buying the pop for it last year. I was so pumped and ready. And I was super bummed that I couldn't go see it right away. But it just really sucked that I kind of felt a little let down. It wasn't a horrible movie. And if you saw it, if you haven't seen it, I suggest see it. Like, just don't listen to everybody. Form your own opinion. You don't want to miss anything from, like, when you see the other Sony Marvel movies. You don't want to be left, because there is an ending that it's going to be connected to other movies. But it's throughout the movie, there's little Easter eggs. There's like a scene where Tyrese, who is a detective in the movie, he brings up something like a event or like something that happened in San Francisco, which is supposedly, what they're bringing up, the Venom movie. So they're trying to, connect these movies together. Tyrese, he was a good character. I enjoyed him in it. And it's just, Jared Leto did well. I just think he did well with what he was given. I wanted more story. I wanted more. It kind of just really just gets to the point, and a villain is formed. It was very predictable. I knew who the villain was going to be right away. And it just happened too fast. A movie that I felt like should just have been a cooler origin story. This is a super cool character. Like, think about this character. He's awesome. To me, he reminds me of Blade. The special effects with him when he would like morph into this vampire creature, and it was really, really cool. And if there was just more, I think like if there was more of a plot, if it was more of a story, if it was more character development, I would have maybe appreciated it a little bit more. Again, I don't hate it. Out of a 10, I'd probably give it a 6, which isn't horrible. Like, I can watch it again. It's not something I'll never watch. But I kind of felt let down a little bit from it. And there is a credit scene. So if you haven't seen this movie, make sure you do not miss it. Sit and wait. There is a character from the MCU universe that they bring into this universe, which is pretty cool. And you could tell that they're setting up for something bigger. So do not miss that. Like always, make sure you're following me on social media, like, share, and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments if you've seen this movie and what you think about it. I'll be right back.